Hi, this is Terri Lyne Carrington, and I'm here to talk about the ride cymbal pattern. The pattern is an ostinato that we recognize and often is called swing. This is a very personal sound to every drummer. Everyone's pattern sounds slightly different, even if they're playing the same rhythm. It's based on a triplet, but not always a full triplet. So someplace between an eighth note and a triplet. And that's the part that's different with everybody. And also the relationship to the actual beat. Some people like to play it a little behind, and some people like to play it a little ahead. That time I accented the second and the fourth note of the phrase. At some tempos, people like to accent different parts of the beat, like the and of 2 and the and of 4. Rarely do people accent 1 and 3. That would probably feel like it's not swinging. Often people straighten the beat out a little bit more, especially at fast tempos. And that ended up maybe sounding a little more modern. And as we moved into more straight eighth note drumming, that straighter ostinato was used a lot more. It could also be used in samba rhythms, a bit straighter, but it actually swings too, but it's a different kind of swing. And also, people, as it got more and more modern, people changed this ride cymbal pattern so that it didn't maintain the ostinato. So you may have and I think it really should swing no matter if you're playing quarter notes without the skip pattern. The idea is that the pulse still feels danceable, even if you're not playing the skip pattern. I do feel like we should hear and feel this swing ostinato even when you're not playing it. So it becomes something that you feel across the entire drum kit. So I moved away from the ostinato, but hopefully you still heard underlying in all of that, you still heard and when other people are playing with you, they are helping to give you that ostinato too, that feeling of swing, that feeling of dance. So it does not always rely on the drummer. Everybody's a drummer as far as I'm concerned, and everybody's responsible for the time and the dance and the groove.